Guys, this is going to be kind of a little different video. I'm going for a ride, but if you notice, I put different tires on the bike. They're really close in the back. I had to do a little bit of modifying, not to the bike, to the tire. They do not rub, but they're really close. I'm not even sure I'm going to keep them on here. Today's test will determine if they stay on or not. I'm running 31 in the back, and I'm running like 28 in the front, because there's more weight on the back than there's the front. So I'm going to go for a known set ride, because I want to know the range of the bike. I'm going to run it in all the same settings I always do, and run it the same way. I just want to see if these tires will change the battery life, the range of the bike. Obviously they're a bigger tire. They're supposedly a 20x4, but they don't tell you that the difference is the blocks in that 4-inch wide thing. So it's a little taller tire, what I'm trying to say. So we're gonna go for a ride here, and we'll check it out. I'm gonna grab me a drink, and then we'll get going. So hang tight. All right, guys, we're gonna get going here. I'm gonna I got an app running in the background. I gotta quick set my camera app up. Excuse my burp. Connecting, join. This way I can control the camera a little better. We are going, I'm going to shoot for, I don't know. Oh, there we go. I'm going to shoot for about 14 miles or so. So we'll get rolling here. I'll get back with you. It's kind of a cool morning, not terrible. Sun's coming out. It's going to be really hot today, so that's how I get this ride in now. So my knee's starting to bother me a little bit, so I may have to take a day or two off from riding. So it is what it is. I got to get ready for a camping trip anyway. So let's get started after this. Okay, I'm running. It's this level 3 and number 6. The only thing that is really different in the drivetrain is my rear gear cluster went bad. Luckily I had an extra one. I decided to check it out when I had the wheel off, and it was really growly. So I think all the bearings are gone in it. So, but I had one, and I kind of compared it, and it looks like it's the same identical ratio. So that's the only thing I've changed. On the gearing, I had to change the cluster out, but it had 15, almost 1,600 miles of riding on it. So far, what I've noticed is when I ride, because where I'm at, it's really a lot of gravel and sand, and when I first went out with these yesterday, I didn't realize that they were that low. These are a big tire, and I put air in them. I thought, they're hard and they're good. I got back, they were about 14 pounds. On an e-bike tire, you kind of want to run the tires hard. They say you should air down off-road and all that. Well, if you want to get any kind of range, you gotta run them up there. What I did is I what I'm trying to say, I didn't go maximum pressure, which is 40 pounds. I put them at a little less than that, because quite honestly, you put 40 pounds in these tires on a 80-pound bike, you know, it's 280 pounds. That's a lot of air to have in these tires. So I kind of picked a happy medium. That's where I'm at now. And what I've noticed so far is my mile an hour is the same as before. And I'm in the same assist level. And yeah, so I don't know. I think we'll be good. I'm going to take the same known route because there's obstacles for me. One of them being the major thing is there's a lot of sand here. So that's the other. I want to see how these tires are almost like a motorcycle tire, to be honest with you. I want to see how they do in the sand. My other one tires, which I still have them, but the rear one was wore really bad. They were kind of floaty. Well, they're BFT, big floating tires, and they get in the sand, they kind of ski around. Well, these don't do that. These are a folding tire. These are a heavy-duty tire, they say, but I had the tire in one. If I put the tire on there, I held it in my hand and with the original. To me, they weigh about the same. So, but I wanted to gear the bike because for adventure riding. You know, that's what I do. Is I pick areas to go, and I try to gear that. And today, what we're going to do, I decided last minute, is we're going to go test this on a route that I went on a couple days ago. It ended up being about, maybe 11 miles, 12 miles, and I'm running the same speed as I did then. We're going to go up. We are going to take a trail, and we're gonna like, I think it's about 11-mile loop. I have it saved, so that'll let me know. I got it saved in my app for my tracks. So, and the first thing I noticed is, like, here it's sandy. The other bike would tend to slide around the front and float and skid around. It's not doing that. Long as my range is still there, I can deal with the rest of it. That's the way I look at it. I did find out that my rear tire was a little bit out of true. I straightened it out. The frame on this bike, on one side the tire is close, on the other side there's a good gap. So, but it's the way the bike's made. So so far I'm liking its off-road manners. I call this off-road because this bike originally was a commuter bike, you know, and the BFT tires they wore quick. Yeah, I had 1,500 miles on them, but still, the front tire was really good shape. The back was, the blocks were down, were almost three quarters of the blocks were wore away just in 1,500 miles. These being a little bit heavier, a harder compound tire, I should say. You know, it should do good. So there's a side-by-side coming out of the trails making dust. We're going to take the trail, not this one, obviously. We're going to go down. There's a number for the trail. I should try to remember the number. He come off this road here. But airing these tires up when I got home last night, it did help it. And they're not to max pressure, so still I mean, they're a new tire. I mean, the rubber's gotta wear in. You know, they got to get used a while. You know, tires when you first get them, they're kind of a hard compound, but you know they got to flex and everything else. And we had somebody come down through here that side by side make a lot of dust. So. My tolerances on my fenders are really close. This is the biggest tire you can put on one of these bikes. So what I've noticed is these tires here, it takes a bit for them to get spun up. There we go. But I didn't stop, so it looks like he went ahead, which is okay because he can take his dust with him. We're going to turn up here. I didn't buy this as do this as a 100% trail bike, but there's certain 2 tracks I will run on, you know. Actually, my tracks are here from a couple days last time I was over here. I think they wrecked these trails, but I know why they did it this way is they're going to log this. They're going to log these trails, and they have to be able to get equipment in here, and then they'll really tear the flipping trails up. What they're doing is they're taking out some of the smaller trees. They got a reason for it, and it's you know, for forest fires, man. Kind of clears out some trees and get some of the brush out of here. So yeah, this is all sand. Before I'd be floating all over the place. We're gonna go down a gear. I had to do the same thing when I went through here before. This is real sandy here. This bike just wants to go though. Once it gets going. Oh, there was a slide. I try not to beat the bike up. It doesn't, you know, there's no rear suspension, and the fork on it is the factory fork. I ain't done nothing with it. Somebody wants to send me a fork, try, that'd be awesome. They can get a hold of me through my droneeffectstravel.com email. So I have all kinds of people wanting to send me stuff, and then yeah, right here, this was a bad spot, and no problem getting through here today. little bit of brake rub. I can hear it this morning, but tires aren't hitting. What I had to do is the outer blocks on the rear tire, I had to bevel them at a 45. So I had to do each block and bevel them at a 45 to clear the frame. I didn't want to, beat the frame in or grind on the frame of the bike. It would have made more sense to do that, and it didn't affect the tire biters or anything like that. So. I do notice. I did notice yesterday. These tires, they throw dust, or they threw dust. Yeah, they got dust on the fenders in the front. Never used to get that, but that's what soap water's for. Yeah, my tracks are still here. Well, I did this during the week. I ride these because on weekends it gets so busy up here. Got a bug in the eye. Still see it. I think I got it. I think the big difference is the diameter of the tire is my other tires were a little bit quicker to respond to my pedaling when I slow down, where these takes a second or two to. I think I got it finally. I had a bug stuck right in the eyelashes. I think I got him. But so far they've been but then again, I'm not motocrossing, speeding this. I'm riding it like you would a e-bike on a trail, Little whoopies. I won't bore you guys with too much of my rides, and because I do have video on this trail, but I'll give you snippets here and there of the ride as I'm testing. So I'm just letting this part of it run. It takes about 10 minutes to run this particular 2-track trail. This is actual snowmobile trail is what it is. So in the winter months, summertime it's ATV, so technically if it's a groomed trail and we use it in the summertime, we can run our side-by-sides on it in the winter months. So I do. Should have wore glasses this morning. I don't have clear glasses. I do somewhere, I just don't know where. Little bugs. Like I said, I want to take this way because I took it and I know if I'm careful on my battery how long I can get, I'm on my same assist level and everything else, so So far, these tires are awesome. They were $83 for the set. You can get them through eBay. That's where I found them. And the seller was awesome. 4 days, and they come clear from Wilmington, Delaware, where they came from. They were here in 4 days using the mail system to deliver them. They're folding tires, so they were in a box. They put a weight of 10 pounds, 9 something, but they weren't nowhere near 9 pounds. So. And it was free shipping too. I just had to pay the tax. And now you go to that site, those tires are $86 plus shipping. He raised the price of them. He must have had a special when I bought them. So. There's a spring right here that's been always working. Right now I'm fighting with trying to find a chain oil. I want to get a decent chain oil for this, and you know, they got that T9 and everything for bicycles, but this isn't your normal bicycle. I'm thinking about going to a motorcycle shop and getting me a can of chain wax. I used to have some, but it's all gone. And get me a can of that. Okay, we're coming out of the trail. I'm still riding, I should say. Okay, we get out here to the road. I'll catch you on the next nice section, because we just got about a half mile of road I got to do. I normally, when I would go straight, if you saw my video, Terrible Hills, that's the road. And as it is, I got this hill here I got to climb. The camera doesn't do it justice. It's like very little run up, and it gets really steep at the top, so I'm actually at the downshift. I did that before, and I climbed it. I had to downshift here. But we're up and over. We got another one here. I'm doing everything I had to do with the other tires. I downshifted here too, because I wasn't in a hurry. I just went for a ride, you know. I think there's 3 hills here. Then after here, it gets easier. Because I'm in level 3, the bike automatically will kick down. Now I got some coasting. We'll see what it does coasting. That's pretty good. I actually slowed down because my fender clearance on the front, I gotta figure something out for that. I gotta move it back just a little bit. May have to make some little brackets or something. Anyway, we're gonna turn on Taylor Road eventually up here, so I'll get with you when we get in that section. I normally, when I would go straight, if you saw my video, Terrible Hills, that's the road. And as it is, I got this hill here I gotta climb. The camera doesn't do it justice. It's like very little run up, and it gets really steep at the top, so I'm actually going to have to downshift. I did that before and I climbed it. I had to downshift here. But we're up and over. We got another one here. I'm doing everything I had to do with the other tires. I downshifted here too, because I wasn't in a hurry. I'm just going for a ride, you know. I think there's 3 hills here, then after here it gets easier. Because I'm in level 3, the bike automatically will kick down. Now I got some coasting. You'll see what it does coasting. That's pretty good. I actually slowed down because my fender clearance on the front, I gotta figure something out for that. I gotta move it back just a little bit. May have to make some little brackets or something. Anyway, we're gonna turn on Taylor Road eventually up here, so I'll get with you when we get in that section. Alright guys, we made it to Taylor Road. And I'm using some different camera settings too. I use that. This is a DJI Osmo Action 6, and I'm on Rocksteady Plus. So I'm just playing around with different settings. If you're new to my channel, if you will, it helps me out a considerable lot. Could you please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future updates. It helps me out, it helps YouTube out, helps them know where to go with my channel. I'm kind of getting into a lot of the e-bike stuff. I still have the RC stuff, because this is going to go on the Travel Guy Adventure channel. I still have the RC content. I just been so busy this and working on it and getting things ready that I didn't have time to do an RC car video. So but yeah, just trying to make do, you know. They say I'm a retired guy on a fixed income. Well, I am on a fixed income. We're okay. We're not. We don't struggle. But yeah. So I do get a little money from YouTube, and it all goes back into the channel one way or another. But I will say this: these tires on this road are. I took this a couple days ago, and the front end was floating all over the place. I feel more secure on the bike with these tires on it here. Yeah, they throw a lot of dust up. They're a bigger tire, obviously, than what was on it, but all that washes off. But I did notice, you know, it takes a little bit to get them spinning up, but once they get spun up, it's good. I'm running basically the same, you know, levels. I normally would stop right about here. Matter of fact, there's my tracks from a couple days ago. This is like my normal spot. We'll see how, I'll show you how dusty the bike's getting. You can see how dusty the bike's getting right there. That's just the lettering. You can see it throws dust on the back. But it's extremely dusty area I ride, so yeah. Gotta get me some Gatorade here a minute. That's a beautiful house over there. Kind of tucked back in there. That'd be the place to live, but I don't know about the road. Kind of when I look at my contact patch on this road, see how it's going, you know. You can see right here, looks like a motorcycle tire. My belt, I gotta tighten my belt up. Here's a good example. This is the tire I got now. And right over here, this is my other tire. This is, you can see my track right here. And this is the new tire. You can see the difference. It looks like a motorcycle tire compared to this one. Now if you look in the back, it kind of fills up the fender on it. It fills up the areas. You can see how the lugs are. And believe it or not, it's not a rough riding tire. Even on hard pavement, it's not as noisy as the tires that were on the bike. So, other than they throw dust all over. But that's what they make soap and water for. So, all right, this is Taylor Road. We'll carry on. I don't know, they're working pretty good. Next Monday is our next camping outing. We're going to about 2 hours from here. Then we're coming back Wednesday, and then Thursday they're coming in to install fiber optic into the house. Finally, we're gonna have fiber optic internet, so excited about that. Yeah, these tires, when I was over here before, my front end was floating all over the place, and it doesn't even bother. The bike just handles it now. So other than they throw dust and dirt, obviously, because they're bigger blocks, but yeah. And the cluster I put on here is it's a new takeoff. I bought a bike, I don't know, one of those fat tire bikes about 8 years ago. And the first thing you did was to change the gearing on them, or the cluster, and they told you to put the one I put on it. And this was on that bike. And I matched it up. I took the one off here and I matched it up to that one. And everything is, the gears are the same. So I changed it out. Then I started feeling they have like a one-way in them. and the one that was on this bike was really growly sounding, and this one here is smoother. It clicks, you know, when you're coasting, you don't even hear it clicking and stuff like that. So I was going to clean the other one up, put it back on, and I said, nah, I'm just gonna, I already had one, so I just changed it out. I'll just pitch the other one. This is an actual Shimano cluster too. I don't know what cluster it was on the bike, because obviously it did come from China, so, but so far we're doing really well. The bike's doing awesome. This is all sand. That's why I want to come over here. The way they graded this road, it's got a really high center, and they push all the dirt to the center. Well, that's where all the sand is, and it's working pretty well. So. And my SD card should be here today. I want to plug it in the camera right away when I get it opened up, and hopefully it works and works good. I have cards that work in my older camera, no problem, but this camera don't like them. It makes a video stuttery, and it's, you know, stops and starts and glitchy, and so I had 3 of them. My dog, our puppy, got a hold of them one day, and I'm down to 1. Okay, I can see we're by the pond, so Holly's right up here, and that clearing straight ahead is Holly. So then I'll just turn, so. And I timed it where I'm going to get everybody's dust. So, all right, guys, I'm going to stop the video here, and I'll catch you when I hit the next gravel road. I said how dusty it is up here. Look at this. I got to ride through it. Just a cloud of dust. We need rain really bad up here. I got headlights, my blinky light running, but you can see how dusty it is. Here comes somebody else. I didn't even see him. I didn't even see him. I didn't even actually hear him, so. Super dusty. I think I'm going to start doing my rides out the other way where the roads are brined. That'll be my next ride, is go where I know they treated the roads. I like going over here occasionally because it breaks it up, but the trouble is all these back roads right now are so super dusty. And I will say that, look at here. I'm not having no sliding with the front end at all. So I decided this trip today was going to decide if I kept these tires on. So if I burn 2 bars or so, that's about what I burnt before, so that will let me know my range. When I get back, I gotta start, we're leaving Monday. I don't necessarily have to do it today, but I like to get my truck all cleaned up before we go and get our trailer cleaned and everything else. So, but rather you guys have look at all the dust with me, I'll stop it here and we'll get to a road where there's no cars, and I'll get back with you. I said how dusty it is up here. Look at this. I got to ride through it. Just the cloud of dust. We need rain really bad up here. I got headlights, my blinky light running, but you can see how dusty it is. Here comes somebody else. I didn't even see him. I didn't even see him. I didn't even actually hear him, so. Super dusty. I think I'm going to start doing my rides out the other way where the roads are brined. That'll be my next ride, is go where I know they treated the roads. I like going over here occasionally because it breaks it up, but the trouble is all these back roads right now are so super dusty. And I will say that, look at here. I'm not having no sliding with the front end at all. So I decided this trip today was going to decide if I kept these tires on. So if I burn 2 bars or so, that's about what I burnt before, so that will let me know my range. When I get back, I gotta start, we're leaving Monday. I don't necessarily have to do it today, but I like to get my truck all cleaned up before we go and get our trailer cleaned and everything else. So, but rather you guys have look at all the dust with me, I'll stop it here and we'll get to a road where there's no cars, and I'll get back with you. Okay, we got off the dusty, dirty road for now. I'm going to shut my mouth. You can hear the tires. Hi, horsey. I'm pedaling a little faster cadence, and actually, let's just go to 6-1 here. I've done 2 bars of battery in 8 miles. Let me check my voltage, see what my voltage is at. I'm at 47 volts right now in 8 miles. That's not good, guys. So the tires do affect my range, is my final way of thinking. But if I get home, I still got 3 bars. That is still doable because you know, I'm almost 9 miles. And quite honestly, we've had hills and gravel, you know, or if you're on a road, you know, I think your range would be a little better. I had those 3 hills I had to go up and down, and quite honestly, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's about what I did with the other tires too at this point. So I don't know. I'll run them a while. I still got the originals. They're not good. They're not. I'll just put the one that was on the back on the front, and just put the originals back on if I decide I don't like these. And yeah. I mean, they go nice down the road. They're not noisy. They don't. They're not singing. You know, you don't get to singing, but. I mean, I can pedal the bike with them. It ain't like it's takes a lot to get it going. So I just gave my bar back just like that. So if it stays like this, I'm gonna say they're passable. If I have 3 bars left when I get home, that'll be okay. We're gonna be about 14 miles, so that's what my goal is. See what I got. What my range is at 14 miles. So. But that loose gravel riding like we did back there and stuff, you know, the little gravel hard pack, like when we're traveling and take the bike, is more like what the conditions I want to ride in, you know. We're in 4th, we're running about 15. I'll get with you when I hit the gravel road. Okay, we're on gravel road. 9.8 miles we've gone so far. This is more like the roads I like to run on. There's gravel here, but not that heavy stuff like that road, that dusty road we were just on. So I just won't ride over here right now. I'll do one more run. I probably won't go and use camera. I'll just go for a ride later on, and I'll take this over there. I'm still on the fence about the tires. Yeah, it looks cool with them on there, but if it's going to affect my range a lot, then I'm going to take them back off. I know this hill here, normally I have to downshift anyway, because this is a long hill here, so we're going to grab some gears here and gear down. If I got 3 bars when I get 3 bars or so when I get home, I'll be okay. I'll feel better. I'm down in 2nd gear. We can get a little assist here. Get the motor to help me a little bit here. I have to do this with the other tires too, so. Keep getting bugs on my mouth. Got something in my mouth. We have 3 bars, and I gotta go to my other screen here a minute. Come on. We got 3 bars, 2 bars. We're down to. Let me see. We've done 11 miles. I don't know. They may come off. They may come off. I'm down to 2 bars. Yeah, it looks cool with them. They work good, but I don't know. I may clean it up, get my table out, and stick my other tires back on it for now. That would be a good test. I got 3 bars back. See, my volts are 46 volts. There's a 48 volt battery and I got 46.7 volts, so can't necessarily go by the bars per se. You got to go by the voltage of the bike, the battery. I don't know why they just don't give you a percentage or, in voltage. That little battery meter, you can't go by that, because you can have 1 bar showing and look and you got 45 or 45 volts of battery power still. So I know there's an area you don't want to run it down to, and but I don't know, maybe one more test. I might leave mine for next 2 weeks and just run them and go from there, give it a fair test. So anyway, guys, thanks for riding with me as I test these tires. And I got about, I don't know, 3 miles, I'm back home, so I'm gonna head out. From me to you and my family, this is Claude, that's my name, saying goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you all next time. Y'all have an awesome day. Be kind to one another. It's just an update to my video I did. Ultimately, I pulled those tires off. It was affecting my range, and I really want my range. And for now, I stuck them up on a shelf over there. And what I'm going to do is I'll just look around, try to find a tire. It's got to be this diameter, because I was screwing with the gearing. Everything else, I noticed it when I was climbing hills. So ultimately, I pulled those tires back off and stuck them on a shelf. It was an $83 learning lesson for me, but that's the way it is. So these tires work better. What I did is I put the one that had the most wear in the front, which it's still it'll get me by, and I put the front on the back, which had very little wear. So I just flop the tires around, and right now it's just charging up. So that's my update to the video. They're a good tire. If you don't want the mileage that I do, I want to be able to go for 18 miles. And when I got home, I had 1 bar left, and I did 11 miles. So that's not good, because considering I can do 28 or better with these tires. So those tires got pulled off. So just an update. Thanks a lot for listening in. This is me saying goodbye, God bless, and thanks for watching my tire testing video. Problem I'm having too, if anybody out there knows, could you leave me a comment? I know that people normally don't do it, but I need to know. I have this new camera, and I've ordered 256 Extreme Pro SD cards and all the other stuff, and I plug it in there and it says it's not fast enough. If anybody knows what card, I've even took a copy of my one card that's in here now, took a photo of it, and I ordered off that. I ordered the Extreme Pro version, which is I got with me, and I keep getting an error. It doesn't matter, this camera and my other camera, my older one. So, and I don't know why. This is supposedly a whole lot better micro SD card than what I've been using. So they said it may stop and stutter and all that. At some point, I'm going to do a quick video, and I'm going to try it and see if it does that or not. Because you won't be able to tell until you get it edited, run it through the edit program. But those other tires were extremely dirty, if that makes sense. This bike was all covered in dirt and dust running those other tires, and I'm running the same pace I did with those tires on here, and I'm not getting the dirt and dust, so I don't know. They're in the garage. I'll get with you when we get to the trail.